Well, hey family, this is Darlene. I was sitting here doing some stretch bracelets and just wanted to drop this little tip. So, a couple of you have already said that you will be selling at some outside events, and I was gonna tell you what is a pretty good idea that has worked for me quite often. Um, with the stretch beads, especially the wood beads, I generally make a lot of these up and I will sell them one for 12 or two for 20. So why do I do one for 12, two for 20? Because generally from my experience, from selling at events, people usually have a $20 bill. And my thought has been, I don't want to give change back. I want the whole 20, right? So with the wood beads, the stretch wood beads, I do my little signage, and the signage will say that one for 12, two for 20, and I advertise them as stackable bracelets or stacks. And I like to throw the word boho in front of it. Boho stackable bracelets. And you want to add a little charm. I'm going to show you. So you want to add charms like what I did with these bracelets here. And you want to try to find the most unique charms, that you can find. Not charms that everybody else is using, because you want your pieces to be unique. Even though they're wood bracelets, they're still unique in the sense of the charms that are on them. You could even do like the little charm, and then on the back of it, do the little leather knot that we did. And then what would even be cooler is if you did a different color knot on, like each bracelet. They don't all have to be black leather knots or brown or um, cocoa or whatever color the leather cord comes in, just to make them different and very unique from everything that, everybody else is selling. And that's like these you see. And these I'm all making for the for fair. So when you see, and then the more you see of them, the more rich they look. I mean, they look really nice. They're different just because of the charm that's hanging from them, right? So you want to do one for 12 and then you do two for 20. And I promise you that sells really well. Even if you did, different colors. I just ordered some black beads and some more of these beads right here. And then I got another, like, maroon, red, and some other color beads that are coming in. So I'm going to do them exactly like what I'm doing with these. And all these are going to go on fair. On fair, I'm going to put some on my website and also on that new wholesale platform that I'm working on. So this is what you want them to look like. And I mean, you want to make a lot of them because you're going to sell a lot of them. One for 12 and two for 20. And you also want to make them attractive enough to where young people would want to wear them, right? So that's what you want to target: young people and also men. So men will buy these and these. They buy these all the time, and generally the men that buy these, they already have a nice selection of beads on when they purchase these type of bracelets from me. Somebody had a question about if I could, I think, send a picture of the way that I set up my table. I never share pictures like that because I think each individual person should be individual in the way that they set up their table. So whenever you go to your event, it's all about imagination. How do you want your little space to look? because even think about at home, how is your workspace? What does your workspace look like? Um, they are out there doing my yard. You guys can probably hear that noise, right? And it's always when I turn the recorder on. But it's about and then think about colors. What's your favorite colors? Do you like baskets? Do you want to put your items in baskets? Just, just use your imagination. And you want everything to be authentic, from the setup of your table to the creation of your pieces. And what I'm working on also is, right, a Facebook page. Because you guys have, some of you have sent me some of the most beautiful pictures of pieces that you're making, earrings, necklaces. Miss Tina sent me a picture of a necklace. When I say it is like a beautiful piece, it is a beautiful piece. She has like it's a heart, I think it's a metal heart. And that metal heart has some leather wrapped around the side of it, and it makes it absolutely unique. And then right in the middle, it's a cross hanging, and then she beaded it with some coconut chips and some other beads. And I mean, it's fabulous. It is like absolutely beautiful. So I'm setting up the Facebook group for any of us that would like to share their pictures. And another thing, you guys have a lot of information as far as like sales, like bead sales, jewelry sales, supplies, like all that good stuff. So in that group is where we can share all that information, right? So that would be some good stuff. And then I'll share some things up in there too. It might be something that has to do with how to price items. That's another thing. I get a lot of questions about how to price items. And I put a link in the description. I'm going to put it in this one too, where it will take you to my Etsy shop, where it's oh my God, I think it's 8 pages, and it talks all about how to price your product. And then I have a couple of other digital guides that I'm working on, and I'm going to upload those soon. And it's about business concept. It's also about how to exit a business. Like if you started the little business and it may not be for you, that's like one of our sisters in the circle. I want to say Miss Tina. I think it's Miss Tina. She was doing, I think she said cards and journals and stuff, but she's transitioned from that to jewelry. So that would be like exiting a business. So you're going to exit one business and go into another business, or just exit that business altogether. And it's about know when to do that. So I'm working on that little digital guide as well. And hopefully I have that one done maybe by the end of next week or so. I'm going to try to have it in the next 2 weeks. And all those digital guides, I'm not going to sell them through Etsy. I'm going to go ahead and sell them on my website, probably. Then that way people, if they don't have an Etsy shop, they don't have to be setting up and doing all that. They could just go straight to jewelrybybdk.com, and then you can purchase on there. And in fact, I think later on today, I'm going to add the digital, the cost of doing business guide, which talks about how to price your product on the jewelrybybdk.com website as well. I don't know why I don't have it on there. Sometime, I don't know, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. I don't know. Just sometime. I'll be doing so much. And then I just figure out the easiest way to do things sometime, if it only just makes sense. And then remember, my thought is to transition from Etsy to, just everything from my website. And I think I'm going to just go ahead and, begin doing that. Like I said, I was, and I probably am. But that's all I wanted to show you guys today. I wanted to show you about the bracelets, to do the little stackables, and you got 1 for 12, or you got 2 for 20. And then you have enough of them just, like made up to where people can pick. So that's why you want to have different colors. I have black beads coming in too. You want to have different colors for them to pick from with the different charms, and only 1 charm per wood bracelet. And that's how you can charge 1 for 12 or 2 for 20, because it's not like you're using a whole lot of your supplies. right? And then of course the bead bags, you know how much you getting these for, pretty reasonable. And you can get a nice number of bracelets out of out of one bag of beads. And I generally use anywhere from 21, 22, maybe 23 beads, sizing anywhere from 6 size wrist to maybe like an 8.5 or so, maybe 9, depending on if I use 23 beads or not. Because a lot of people just have smaller wrists, and the 23 beads, when I use 23, it works for thicker wrists and men, and those things. And the amazing thing is, some men have some very small wrists, and I've seen that enough, like throughout my selling. And I'm like, wow, how cool is that? Or strange is that? Men with a little bitty, wrists. But hey, we are who we are, and that's all there is. There ain't no more. But when I make more of these, I probably won't have to come back, but you get the general idea. So you want to make enough of these. You want to have your little area on your table where you just have, and then you make your little sign. You can actually make a sign, and print it out on your computer, but just make sure it's in color. You want to take pictures of the bracelets, really nice clear pictures, and have your signage, and then have it right there. Like, let's say this one, this is not for the bracelets, but this is for the flip-flops that I make. So the flip-flops, this picture, I literally created this picture on my computer, and then I printed it out, and the frame I got from the dollar store. And I literally, put this up on the table when I sell. So that one, and I got a couple more around here, but I would have to get up to show you. But it's very simple, very easy, and just straight to the point. Just a quick little tip, for trying to capture some extra, coins while you're out on, working the table. And remember, we talked about the little mystery boxes. We talked about the mystery boxes. That video, I'll put that video in here somewhere where you guys can click on it and go back and look. So you want to do like your little $20 mystery boxes where you put a certain amount of jewelry in there. It's a $40. I make them $40 worth of value, but I charge $20 for the mystery box. So it's $40 value, but you pay $20 for it. So I'll put the video up there so you can see what I'm talking about with that. And it's just like little things that you do, to make some sales. And it's like, not all money is for for us when we're out there selling. But I do believe that whatever money is supposed to come to me when I'm out selling, it's going to come to me. I don't care how many vendors are there. And I'm going to tell you guys something else I do not do. I have never done, as many times as I have sold at events. I never leave my table to go walk around to see what anybody else has. And I do not go shopping, because that's not what I'm there for. I'm not there to shop. I'm not there to make friends. I'm not there to do any of that outside of just being a vendor. That's what I'm there for. My whole objective and my mindset is to go there to make money, not spend money. Right? And I've seen people that do that. They go to an event and they literally spend their entire time walking around that event shopping. I've seen people do it, and I'm like, man, they probably spent more money than they've made. And it's like, no, that's not my objective. It's a vending opportunity. And anytime you're being a vendor, you're going there to hopefully make money. That's the whole objective of it for me. So I never do the walking around. And for me, I don't care what anybody else is selling. I can care less. 10 people can have wood beads, right, with a cassette on it. I don't care. I will never know it. And you know why? Because I'm not walking around. I can care less. But I guarantee you, if a customer comes to my table and they buy 1, 2, 3 of these for me, it was meant to be. That's just my whole thought, my whole mindset about it. I'm like, nah, I've been doing this long enough to know, nah, that's not what I'm coming for. That is not my plan to do all that. But I think that was all in the Facebook group. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna work on that today. And then I'll come back and let you guys know. And if you want to be a part of it, absolutely cool. I love it. You can share your ideas, you can share your pictures. If you learn about some sales and websites and all that kind of stuff, that would be great. And then we could just kind of all learn from it, and we could all, just kind of know, and then just kind of keep it moving. And then that's the whole objective about that. I was on one of you guys' Facebook page, I think it was, and you were had some beautiful bracelets on there. And I think somebody asked, well, how do I order? And you said to inbox you. So no person should have to inbox you to make a purchase from you. The answer could have been, should have been, go to my website. Here's the link. And then they go to your website and then they make the purchase. Because remember, jewelry is like, it's an emotional buy, it's an impulsive buy. It's for the moment type buy. It's not like it's something that's urgent. They absolutely need it, something like tissue paper or, or what else is it? Whatever you need that you absolutely need, deodorant. That's not jewelry. Jewelry is more of an impulsive buy. It's an emotional buy. And anytime somebody wants to buy it right then, right there should be access to it right then, right there. Hey, go to my website. Here's the link. Boom. They go to your website. They purchase it on over to the next. That's how that should work with that. But all is well. I hope everybody is doing well. And we're all staying creative, and we're all doing what it is that we absolutely love to do. Who else was it? Somebody else's. I saw something, and they had their little cup of coffee. Because they sent me some pictures, and they had their little cup of coffee and all their little supplies all set up, and I was like, oh my God, I could so identify. I don't drink coffee like that, but I could identify, like, her whole setup was like absolutely amazingly creative while she was creating. And I'm like, see, that's what I'm talking about. And then that inspires me. Like when I see stuff like that, that inspires me. It's like, shoot, wait a minute. I know that's right. I am doing the same thing she doing. You know what I'm saying? It inspires you and it keeps you kind of motivated. And there are times when you think, like even for me, and then I'm gonna go, like on Sundays when one of our ministers get up and I'll be like, man, well, the who encourages the encourager? And you think that many times about people, especially if it's one that's single, not married, or, because there's a lot of them that are not married, but they're still maybe a minister or a guest speaker or something like that. And you just think that about people in general, not even just ministers, just people in general that are encouragers, that are motivators. It's like, man, who encourages the encourager? And we all need somebody to encourage us, to inspire us, to motivate us to just kind of keep going and making things happen and getting better and better and better and better in what it is that God has us to do, while we fulfill our purpose in Him, right? But that is all there is. There ain't no more. Stash it. Okay, Darlene Knight for Jewelry by BDK. And guess what, folks? We'll talk soon.